Okay, hi everybody, I'm Sandy Duncan, intuitive medium, here with my rescue medium friends, Michael Lamport, Edna Dargie, Alison Wynne-Ryder, and of course Jackie Dennison. And we're talking about Georgetown and the rescue that happened there. Edna, take it away.
Okay, last week we talked about the Georgetown episode, and I just mentioned, because I had a feeling that not everyone would remember, that there was a second rescue that never made it to the show.
Wow.
And yeah, a second rescue. And that often happens where there's more than one, but the show is so short in its edited version of everything we've been doing that the editors pick out the one that I guess has got the best story for the viewers. But in this case, it was the first rescue that wasn't shown on TV. And there was a farmer whose name was Robert Fraser Reed, and he was connected with the land. And he had a lot of cattle. He was actually on the land from 1876 to 1913. And he, Jackie, at one point you had seen in the rescue a dusty road with a buggy and cattle going down the dusty road and a marching band along the road.
Oh, I remember that.
So there's something there.
In the back of your mind.
Not sure what the something is, but it was the marching band rather than the dusty road with the cattle that just I thought about.
Okay, and you'd had a dream apparently, Jackie, and this is what you talked about in the rescue, of seeing cows being herded and cows with horns. And Alison, you'd had a premonition of a cattle market.
Right.
And you felt that there was an elderly presence with you, and this man had been walking there in the farmland, and that he'd been seen by someone in the family, and that there was a funny feeling like being watched.
In the back bedroom where my middle daughter sleeps, she had feelings that there's always somebody there.
Almost every night I feel there's always somebody in my room.
Holly went in to get just a can of pop.
I got my pop and then I shut it, and there was a face right in front of me. I didn't see like a whole body or anything. It was just like a face.
She booked it out there pretty quick.
Noises down the hallways, doors closing.
And I just saw a black shadow go past the window.
You think you see something, you question yourself.
I could feel someone standing there watching me from the bottom of the stairs. And then gradually he started to come up the stairs. Came right up behind me, could feel him breathing on my neck. He's gone out of his way to make sure people know he's here.
And Alison, you were picking up that someone had lived there before, and this is where he liked to go. And at this point, you were on the outside of the house.
Right.
Everything was outside.
They feel that this place has a special resonance.
There's something very odd about this place. Something very odd about this place.
Which way you walking, Jackie? It's a bit uneven.
Yeah. Right, let's go back inside then.
And Alison, you came out with a quote, "Get the buggers out of here." I was thinking that's what you heard him saying. Oh, I wonder if that was why it was edited out. I don't know. And then there was, he lived with a Sarah and a Minnie.
Right.
Sarah was waiting for him cooking, and a cat. And he felt very confused. And Sarah took his hand the name William came through, and they both went through with the cat, and they were looking back to say goodbye to someone. So it was kind of a gentle rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did we do that rescue, Edna? Was it all done outside?
It was all outside, and the
Yeah.
other rescue was inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and that sometimes happens. So it was a gentle rescue. I'm sure that that's where you didn't recall very much of it, because the other one was so much more dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
you know
it's
what?
an easier one.
You know, none of it's rung a bell all the way through Edna saying that till Edna said that they went through with the cat. And so, something in the back of my mind rings a bell like ding. I sort of vaguely remember that, but no other information around it.
Yeah.
How strange. Wow. Thanks for that, Edna. That's always great for us to hear, isn't there? If
It
there's,
is. Because you do forget.
I mean, it's hard work what we do. And when you do 2 rescues, you know, in like one day, I mean, that is a hell of a lot of work. But it's funny how they sort of like, you know, sink into sort of oblivion with you. You know, because we see the episodes as well, don't we? The ones that are aired. And they're the ones that are sort of stick in your mind.
Yeah.
But they're sort of vaguely in the back of my head with that, but the cat going over, with the people, with the man,
Right.
I just have I just have a vision of because I'm a cat owner because I don't recollect the second rescue very well, but I had this vision of the 2 going into the light, and the cat sort of waiting like cats do, and then them sort of turning around and saying, "Come on, come on." But I'm on life number 9, so I may as well go.
Your 9 lives, yeah.
So because it was 2 at the same place, did one have to happen before the other one could happen? Or was it just a coincidence?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes. If they're connected, because it can be a vibration that can stop the other one from going through, or it could be that they've met each other. They've known each other beforehand, so there's a fear. You know, one is frightened of the other. So, you know, they'll keep dodging the bullet, so to speak, until we've gotten one through. Or it could be that they've encountered each other, which is interesting, in spirit. In different dimensions, different times, so that it's a ghost within a ghost situation, which is quite bizarre because we've had to deal with that as well. But yeah, we like to do a clean-up, Alison, afterwards, don't we, to make sure that we've not left anybody behind. We always do that every rescue, don't we?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, complete clean-up of the whole place, put light right through the building and on the land, just to make sure we've not missed anybody.
In the Georgetown case, where there's more than one spirit involved in each rescue, how can you tell, or how would people know when they're being contacted by spirits who are connected themselves, like in a man and wife kind of situation, versus just separate spirits in the house? Do you feel the love between them? How does that work?
Do you mean us? Do you mean Jackie and I as the mediums?
Yeah.
Well, it's the information that you're receiving, because obviously we're asking them to share information with us. Right. So, you know, sometimes it's a feeling that you get, you're sensing that they're together, you know, that one might be looking for the other, or the 2 are together and they're being sent off to spirit together. Sometimes they tell you. It just depends what information you glean from it, really, doesn't it, Jackie?
Yeah, yeah. I seem to recall in the Georgetown episode, were we sitting on the floor in the basement or something when that finally came together, when the information finally came together, like one person had died and was looking for the other?
The female spirit is leading them back to the troubled male ghost they met earlier.
Let's just sit on the floor.
Jackie and Alison divined that the 2 spirits are somehow connected.
God, you know, I'm so thick. She's waiting for him. but he can't see her. He feels as though he's just lost her completely. And she's calling to him, but it's like there's no sound coming out.
We may have to visualise a path between them, Jackie.
That's a good idea.
I recall seeing a couple walking down the aisle and getting married. I think that was the image that's just come to me now. We should watch the episode before we did this, and then I could.
He's holding his hands out now to her.
Oh, God.
He's getting hold of his hands. They were going to get married.
Oh, God.
And in my best dress. It's like they're going down an aisle.
And then them not being together very long. And I think, hadn't they just got married, Edna, or something like that?
Yes, they had. That they had just been married, and they were just heading out on their wedding trip in their carriage when the train did hit them. So it was such a tragic story.
Heartbreaking, that, isn't it? Oh my gosh, just about to start their life together, and then that happens.
Yeah.
Do you remember me showing you that picture?
Yes.
Yes. And I don't know if it's a haunted tunnel or a haunted railway line. Here's the really sad thing. We now know that Edna and Fred Reed had just got married, and they were in a carriage. The wheels of their carriage got caught in a railway track. They were hit by a train. She died before she was taken to hospital. He died whilst he was in hospital. It is sad, isn't it?
Very.
Oh, you okay? Oh, God love her. Ah.
Death certificates cite a fatal accident of a newlywed couple, Fred and Etta Reed, in 1907. Travelling via carriage between the towns of Guelph and Hespeler, they would have passed land adjacent to where this home now stands. The train that struck the newlyweds' carriage travelled a rail line connecting the two neighbouring counties.
And she wasn't trapped. It was only him. And interestingly, his last name was Reed, the same as the first rescue, but I couldn't see any connection with them, family-wise. But just, that's a curiosity.
Where did we do the cheers on this one? What did we do? Can anyone remember?
It was in a bar, I think.
What?
A bar. We like bars.
Oh yeah, it was the pub down the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was called. What was it called?
A reunification of their own, but with more agreeable spirit.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, when they walked through the church, through up the aisle, it was just a lovely, lovely ending, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The flowers and everything. Here we are having a nice drink in the George Tavern.
Yeah, and I've got a little toast for us as well.
Oh, great.
Hey? By George, she's got it.
Just another quick question. So Darcy, the daughter, was channeling spirit, and they were influencing her to create her drawings and her artwork.
Jackie and Alison inquire about the deeper significance of her paintings.
How long have you been drawing?
Since I can remember, my entire life.
So the type of artwork that you say you've got down there in the frame, was that done for a particular reason, or they're just certain pieces that you've put together?
I got in a mood one night. They were done at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Gosh. They were done at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. The time of 4 o'clock being significant in some way, do you recognise that? Yeah.
Was this one done at 4 o'clock in the morning?
It started with a circle and...
Okay. So this one started with just a circle. It just came together very, very quickly within seconds. Interesting.
Is this young woman the final clue to the male presence haunting this home?
The paintings that Darcy does, somebody's influencing her with those.
The rescue medium sense that this is the spirit connected to the daughter's artwork.
It's not conscious.
She doesn't know it's happening, and it's got to be significant for the time. 4 o'clock in the morning. And that's when she feels compelled to do these. And it's heart-wrenching drawings.
How he feels inside, that's being portrayed in those paintings.
Creative girl, isn't she?
Very psychic family. You know,
very
psychic. You know, maybe that's why spirit were, you know, attracted to them there. You know, and they will say, "Look, we need help here," and that's why the influence. Because it was very strong. That drawing was very strong, and it's like a broken heart.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
A broken heart.
Yeah.
In his frustration and anguish, he'd been influencing you at 4 a.m. in the morning when you got that sudden urge to do those pictures of the torso with the heart bleeding.
Jackie and Alison believed that these two wayward spirits were drawn to the family's home by Darcy's artistic ability and her psychic sensitivity.
All of this anguish that he was feeling, you were interpreting in your artwork.
Now, when it was cleared, presumably she'll keep drawing, but Michael, you followed up with these people afterward, right?
Yes, I did. We did an episode of what happens to people after the rescue. We did a couple of shows of that. She showed me her latest drawings, and they were very interesting and very fascinating. But the people seemed to be at peace with everything, and nothing was bothering them anymore, which of course is the objective of getting spirit to go into the light. But she was still drawing.
The episode you did, Michael.
Yeah. How are your spirits?
How are your spirits? Yeah. So maybe we can show that episode as well, and then viewers can see what did happen next.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be a great idea.
Okay, so we should do a cheers on that one then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here's to the other episode that we forgot all about, the other rescue that we forgot all about.
Yep.
Thanks, Edna.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everybody.
If you're enjoying what you're watching and want to see more episodes, you can see every episode of Rescue Mediums on veryparanormal.com. Why don't you come over there and join us? It's free to join and free to enjoy. Also, please give them a follow on Instagram and on Facebook. You'll be happy you did.